right, so let's get back to Chris got the back, and let's start off with Tani Otoshi. Let's set this up first. So he's going. You're going to go to your right or left? You're going to go that way. Okay. So the way I should have answered that question for him, whatever direction he is looking, that is the direction he's going to go. So you can already see that Chris has gotten a little bit of a cheat step to his right side. He's going to take his right foot and get it fairly close to Cole's right foot, and then his left heel. His goal is to hit right here or deeper, and the back of his calf and Achilles will essentially come down like an axe to the back of Cole's, and then Cole and Chris will fall on their hip. So watch what happens. Boom. And nice. Okay, up again. Very nice. Okay. Now, people can get stuck in this move very easily. They can do this move and have success with it. They get their opponent down, but not able to get their hips on top. Why? Can you lock your arms together at the end? And boom. This is what happens where Cole essentially lays his body. Can't help it. That's with his grip on Chris's arm. And it's whoever's stronger and can get their hips over quick enough is going to win this exchange. So instead, it was reset. Watch what Chris does now with his left arm. As he's going down, after the point of no return on the throw, he's going to open up and put the left arm on the ground. That allows him to spring back up to his feet, okay? Why don't you start, which way did you start that time this time?
Yeah.
Okay, so start whatever opposite was. Yep. Good. Now watch his left arm. Boom. Right on the ground. Okay, that's allowing him to have that stability to rotate his hips on top. What I like about that takedown is that it opens up. You're almost right in the mount right off the bat. But there's two main, or actually three main things. Can you cycle through Katakatami, armbar from there, and maybe even back take from there?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So we'll have Chris do 3 reps. He's going to go entrance, Tani Otoshi, to Katakatami, entrance, Tani Otoshi, armbar, then entrance, Tani Otoshi, and back take. Go ahead. Go smoothly do things like this. So pause. See how his right arm was fed right between. All he does is feed his choke in, hop off, and get his body low and finish. Okay, guys, I have a whole other video on Katakatami. We don't need to go over the details on it now. All right, next armbar. Now watch his right arm and snake through again. Works his body up. Nice high position, establishes Kimura grip, legs come over, and finishes the armbar. Very nice and fluid. If we keep our energy going, our movement going, like we talked about earlier, you can go from entrance to takedown to submission in a quick beat, right? And lastly, back take. Combination of him forcing it and Cole by turn, that as Cole turtles up, Chris gets his seatbelt grip and his back take and starts establishing his hooks, etc., etc., etc. So a big point of this last series with Chris was just get you guys thinking that these, in Jiu-Jitsu and grappling and martial arts overall, it shouldn't just be a one and done or a static endeavor. We can get very fluid and very efficient by continuing our movement going and just kind of flowing with the grapple. And these are great representations of how to do that. Okay, let's hit Tai Otoshi, one of my absolute favorites. Actually, I'm going to put a caveat in both of these. Can you get this back again? Just grab his back. Okay. No, stand up. And I want Chris to come over too far on his Tani Otoshi, where he's going to do the same thing. Well, you're actually not going to do this. Where he would sit to his butt and fall to his heel. My students do this sometimes, and what ends up happening is they sit right in Cole's knee, and the knee will go this way and buckle, okay? I hate to admit it. You can let go, please. This has happened twice at my school. Once one of my older fighters, Max, you've actually probably seen on his channel, and once on Kaylee. And both the situations were exactly what I'm talking about, but also both the situations where Max did not want to go down against his opponent, so was fighting the technique, fighting gravity, and eventually his ACL gave out. And Kaylee, same thing, did not want to go down. The guy, I remember I was actually watching it, the guy who did it to her was being a little aggressive, a little crazy, wasn't perfect in his technique, but she also didn't flow the easier as well, so they both kind of got injured. My point I'm saying is, guys, one, make sure we start these techniques for Tani Otoshi or Tai Otoshi that you're starting fairly squared up. I'm going to go to my right, so I'm starting fairly squared up. My right foot steps just to his foot. I'm not trying to get all the way over here and then sit, right? So watch out, bud. When I come over here, it's just whoop, whoop. And I should feel like Cole's is going to trip over my leg and his body will fall over, not like I'm actually destroying his knees on the way down. Okay, Tani Otoshi. All right, I'll show you the slow sequence first, and I'll build into fast, and then I'll have Chris wrap it out. On Tani Otoshi, we tripped here. On Tai Otoshi, we trip here. All right, so my left foot steps, right knee down, left leg out like a side kick. Can I stay connected? Pull them over my hips. My leg is then either going to attack for leg drag, or if he's turtles, we go to the back. All right. Now, that's bullshit done slow. We have to do it. Can you come back over here? We have to do it with a little speed. So all I'm going to do is I jump, and I end up right in that position. When I am jumping, one more time. I'm jumping to get here. I just have to have the confidence to jump in the air, drop my knees, and hang on to my opponent. The hardest thing when we do any dropping, whether it be drop Ippon Seoinage, drop Tai Otoshi, etc., that I have to have like, when you're shooting a double leg, I have confidence that my opponent is going to break the fall and that I'm in 6 inches of padding, so I'm not going to destroy myself. So as I jump, it's really not much like hurting me at all. Like I'm staying really connected to Cole. He carried my weight and very easy to start attacking, okay? So, okay, why don't you rep out a few? Over here, bud. Good boy, yes. Everybody loves Tai Otoshi. Good, nice duck. And boom, very nice, all right? Now, I want you to think about this. Can you do it again and stop right before you throw them or take them over? Pause. Okay. Now, you see Chris's foot, an angle is that way. Put your toes straight up in the air. Okay. Imagine if Chris's foot was straight up in the air and he brought Cole's weight right on top of his knee. Honestly, that's a very high chance of Chris blowing his knee out, okay? So we make sure the toes pointing that way. And for some reason, Cole does come on his knee, it'll point the knee down to the ground and save Chris's knee, not come straight on top of it, okay? So to do this technique, make sure your toes are actually pointing in the direction you want your opponent to go, okay? Again. Boom, and right away. Very nice, very slick. Love this technique, absolutely love this technique. So cool, looks fun, looks cool, it is cool, but really not that hard to do. I think once you just get the feeling of it, it's like, okay, no problem. And we've been doing back attacks a lot past couple weeks, and I'm definitely like, this is one of the series I've taught, and I'm definitely seeing it show up more and more. Smart technique, easy technique. We just gotta get to the back and a lot of these things open.